I'm recording it now. So can you just repeat your point about turning points?
Um, yeah, what we're looking for is possible turning points, right? It could be on a ball, or it could just be on a ball with the 5-3-2 cycling and going back in a specific
Yes,
direction.
yes.
Right?
Yes.
So your 5-3-2 is basically going to be your timing and cycle indicator, which is, should give you all your cycles, and with the cycle comes your timing and opportunity to go in a specific direction. So like here, this 5-3-2 was cycling down. Your midterm and long-term trends are bullish, so you know you're only looking for a move up. So in order to make a move up, you have to let this thing cycle, finish the cycle, and then start to turn up. And as you can see, when this turns black, that means it's going the opposite direction of what it was before. So it was bullish, then it turned black, and now it's simulating the 5-3-2 cycling. So once the cycle is over and gets back into its trend, you'll see the H4 turn back to its color of whatever direction you're looking at. So right here, we're expecting a move up because everything is strong. So now the 5-3-2 cycles down, which is the black area, and then it turns back bullish. Now you want to start looking for trades in that direction. So that's what the depiction up here is, what we're trying to depict down here, where everything is in sync and getting ready to move again in a specific direction. Any questions about that, or?
No, I get that.
Okay. So what we find is the best trades were within the the daily trading range, are going to be in the direction of wherever the 4 hour is cycling. That's where you're going to get your biggest move throughout the day. So when the 4 hour is cycling and the daily is also cycling in a specific direction, that's when you get your strong directional moves. When the 4 hour is cycling by itself against the daily, you're going to get short, directional moves.
So counter trend.
Yeah, counter trend. So in order to try to get the best trades throughout the week, we're just going to concentrate on the H4 and daily being in sync, and then trading in that direction. So, all right, so we're going to evaluate the chart right now, which means now the H4 and the daily are not in sync. Right? But we do have a peak, right? We have a ball here, and we have a peak on the 4 hour. Right? So in order for us to go long, the daily has to get in sync to go long, and the 4 hour needs to turn blue. Right? It's already turning black.
Yeah.
Meaning now it's no longer bearish. It's starting to turn up. But both of these are not in sync yet. Right? As you can see, the 1332 is still down here. But once this starts to move here, then this should start to turn blue. And then when this turns blue, then we're interested in going in that direction. So let's move this forward. Before we even get to any other time frame, we just want to make sure the 4 hours is in a trading position. So let's move this along a little faster. 15-minute.
There
Okay.
it is, 4-hour turn blue.
All right. So now the 4-hour turn blue. All right.
Daily is still black, so we're still waiting on the daily.
Okay. So
There it is. Yeah.
we're seeing that the 4-hour is trying to peak, right? But everything's in sync to the long side. Now, knowing that this is possibility of peaking, right? We have an expectation that, okay, even though this moves up, it may not break this, depending how strong, the move is. So we have to be ready to not expect too much, but if it stays strong, then we can continue trading past this point. So we know that this was a peak already, and it pulled back. We expect a continuation, but if we don't get it, then we'll start looking for opportunities in the opposite direction if things change. All right. So right now
Before you go any further, if you look at the daily, it's dark cyan on the stochastic. That means both the 13 and the 5 are above the 50. So it's giving you a bullish trend. Okay, but the 4-hour is aqua, which means both of them are not above the 50 at that point. So it's still a weak trend on the 4-hour. Okay, makes sense?
and
Yeah.
if we look at this on the daily, they're just turning back up.
And it's above the 50.
It's above the 50. All right. So that's depicted here. Is that a different color?
Yes,
Yeah.
dark cyan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if it was a cyan and it became a dark cyan, that means it went from below 50 to above 50. That's the clue. If it goes from black to dark cyan, that means it was already above, but it was cycling down and then went back into trend.
I'm back into trend. Okay. So that's what the daily looks like. It's starting to cycle back up. Right. So as you can see, we up here, so we may not get that much cycle in if the strength doesn't maintain. So let's go back to this. So now we are in a tradable position. All right, let's go back and fine tune this. Next, previous bar. So we want to get exactly when it turn, right?
Yeah.
And then what everything else looks like. And okay. So go forward a few ticks. Right. There we go. That's when it actually turns. And now we'll come over and look at the 1 hour. 1 hour is
Peaking.
it's
Peaked.
it's peaked to the bottom. Now it's turning back up. But what you have here, H4, D4. Oh, we already know the H4. You have the same information here. This is where everything turned, right?
Yeah.
So the H4, it's in a
That's the
trade.
H1.
Yeah, it's in a tradable pattern, which we have a change in direction, and the market is cycling back into a change in direction. So it basically we're in a continuation trade on the 1 hour. So this is tradable, right? So when you come over here on the 15, you see that you have your 1 hour and 4 hour cross. So everything is blue. So everything is still tradable.
Yeah.
And we have everything crossed over here on the 15. So that's tradable. Right? Come over to the 5. And what we have on the 5 is a trend trade, meaning everything is above waiting for the cycle, the 532 to cycle and come back up.
Okay. So can you simulate as if you have an entry there now, have you?
Right. This will be a possible entry, but looking at this 15-minute bar, we want to wait for the next 15-minute bar to see if we still have a good trade.
Okay.
How long has this been in there? Can't tell. Hold on. This is just getting started. 6:55.
It's 5 minutes into the 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's 5 minutes into the 15 minutes. So
10 more minutes.
if you do take a trade there, it may not go too far until it starts to pull back and wait for the next 15 minutes for the next push.
Okay.
So let's see what happens. So it's pushing. And we got a big candle. That's a 39 pip candle.
And then it did a doji.
So that was the full extent of this 150-minute bar. And the reason it moves so fast is because look how strong these are the indicators are. They're all above going strong, getting to the 20.
Yeah.
And this gave you your timing, meaning you had a change in direction, trend trade, all at once, strong. So as soon as it pulled back and these two indicators stayed up here, that was your cue that this is going to give you another trend trade to the upside.
Okay.
So the key thing is the white and magenta lines, right, are a good indication that you are in a bullish market, and the 532 is your indication that we're in a pause, we're in a pullback, and we're trying to get back into that bull market.
Big time.
So, and you do the same thing across the board on all the time frames.
Yeah.
So everything is the same. It's not looking at anything different. It's just whatever time frame you're looking at, it is depending on what you're doing in that time frame. Like we're looking at the 4 hour, we're doing the same thing on the 4 hour, but we're using the 4 hour as our overall movement projection of the market for directional bias. Everything else is for the timing of the market. All right, so that was the first move up on the 5 minute. So now we have a new 15-minute bar. All right, and we're gonna see if the 5 minute gives us another entry to go long.
So did you close that trade just now?
Usually I will close this trade and wait for the next move.
Yeah.
I'm trying to switch back into swing trading.
Yeah.
Because of my schedule at work is getting a little bit more hectic, and I cannot scalp like I was scalping before.
Right.
So I just need to get out of that scalping mode and start holding some of these trades longer, but I have to have proper entries and good setups. But you can get out and wait to see if you get another move, if this 15 minutes is going to push hard again, because we are up here. It has no signs of turning around yet. The 1 hour is still strong, and the 4 hour is still strong, pushing up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But you can easily keep going. But the 5 minute will tell you, right? So let's go. 5 minutes still strong. Trying to pull back a little bit. I don't know if you use the 1 minute or not.
I do normally, but I wouldn't use it much on this. I wouldn't need it.
Okay.
Be glad to get rid of it on this.
All right, there we go. Now we're getting a cycle back down.
Yeah,
5 minute.
Yeah.
15 minute is cycling down.
Yeah.
Remember, we're only looking for long setups.
Yeah.
We're not trying to concentrate. So, all right, the 5 minute is attempting to get back in sync to go long. The only problem is that the 15 is still angling down.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so at the beginning of this bar, right, you can attempt to go long, unless you got in somewhere in here. If
Yeah.
you're looking at the lower time frame.
Yeah.
But this is where everything got back in sync, and the 4 hour, the 15 minutes is trying to, looks like it's trying to cycle back up.
Yeah.
Just took off.
Yeah, it's always good to wait for the bar to close, because you don't know if this bar, you get in here and this bar hasn't closed, and then it closes down here. Then it screws everything up. But once you know that you're waiting for a trend trade, you know what it's going to look like. It's going to look like a cone, and everything is going to be above 50. So you're just waiting for the setup. So once this closes and it gives you a setup, and this started to turn up, you know that the market is trying to still pushing in that direction. 1 hour is still strong. 4 hours hasn't changed. So it makes sense to wait. When this close, you get in here, and that's another tradable. Now, if you would have gotten in here and stayed in it, then you'll be up. But you don't know how this is going to react. So that's why I get out and wait for the next possible setup.
Okay.
All right, so now we got a new 15-minute bar, and everything is still strong. So this could continue. This is strong. This could continue to go up. All right, Mark. Still going. All right. What do we have here? Previous day high. So it's a possibility that it wants to play around in this area. Let's get this out the way. 4 hour. All this trading, and we still only in a 4 hour candle. Oh,
See, the way I would be trading, I would be looking at the 1 hour swing and trading that once I have my entry on the 5 minute.
right.
So I would still be in the trade.
So you'd still be in the trade, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
My
Because
key is the 15-minute turning over for
okay, but
the
you're
exit.
still in the trade because of the 1 minute, yeah? Or
No,
the
1
hour.
hour.
Yeah.
1 hour.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, 1 hour is still strong. See, we're still in everything's in the 15 minute. 15 minutes still strong. And right here, it gave you another trade to go long. So there's a lot of strength behind the market.
Yeah.
There we go. We hit the previous day high. And
I'll be tightening my stops.
yeah, at this point, I am looking to see if there's any exits So I may be out of this once it crosses up and waiting for the next 5-minute bullish.
Might just blow past it. You never know.
I'll come back to retest because it's a lot of times it's just a lot of stop hunting
Yeah.
going on. But yeah, if you're not out by the time this bar peaks out, if this is a 15-minute bar and it's been going right, pull back, going, then you have an extremely big bar at a previous day high. You have to be on alert. You take profit and just wait for the next setup. I mean, that's what I would do. In a certain situation, I began now because we had a resistance or support level. All right. So what do we notice here is that we're starting to get a ball, but we still have no indications of the market of forward peaking and turning. And I don't even see this is the Asian session, huh? I don't even see what session we're in. I think we're one past it. Huh? Where'd it go? This was a large spike. Okay, missed it again.
It's just spiking.
Right. I'm trying to see if this is. Okay, yeah. You wouldn't be able to, if you're waiting for this one to close before getting in, it spiked through. This would have, you would have to catch this on a 1-minute chart somewhere in here to go long, because that was a big long spike. But this is your next opportunity, right? Is a same thing. Here's your trend trade, and the setup again. Was the giveaway is that these two are up here, and your 532 is cycling down. It could be a short cycle, it could be a big cycle. You literally, when you see a big cycle, you want to home in on that because that means that big possibility could have a lot of room to go to the upside, just like this one. This short cycle didn't go as far as much. But look at when this cycle went all the way down, how much distance you got. This one did the same thing. So you predict a bigger move distance wise. This is your second hour, right? So you managed to trade this 1 hour up, and then the beginning of this 1 hour, managed to trade that too. This was
Can you go back to the 1 hour just for 1 sec?
right here.
So you traded the first one.
Right. You
Traded
traded
all of that. Hold on. Just traded all of that. Okay. So it had a little wick, and
Right.
then it wicked down, and then the body of the next hour started at the close of the body on the previous hour.
Right.
And that was your heads up that this was a continuation long as also, right? Okay, I got you. Yeah.
Well, my heads up is that this is still strong.
Yeah. It's a
So
confirmation. You have a double confirmation on the 1 hour.
let's look at something real quick because this is. Let's look at that wick down. Right.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that far back. We're at the end of the hour. What was it? Okay. So this is close to the end of this hour, right?
Yeah.
So this is your last trade you took on for this hour. And next hour starts. This is the starting of the next hour.
Right.
And we said we was waiting for another trend trade to go long. You see, this is where somebody will come and see this and shy away from a trade because it's pulling back so much. And that, okay, this is rejection. It's pulling back. But if the 15 and the 5 keep giving you trend trades, it's no reason to stop trading in that direction. Because the lower time frames are telling you we're still going, we're still going, we're still going. So here we think, oh, market is peaking, it's pulling back. You know, it's kind of volatile. I don't want to trade that. Well, your confirmation is as long as your 15 and your 5 keep giving you good trade setups in that direction, you could continue trading in that direction. So as long as I keep getting trend trades in that direction, I don't care how many times this thing want to pull back. I'm just catching it when it wants to go in that direction again. And this is my confirmation. As long as I have a good pattern in that direction, I want to continue to trade in that direction. All right, so let's go back to where we were. No, the reason I was saying that because a lot of times you get influence on a situation like this, right? You see this rejection, and you're like, okay, I no longer want to trade in that direction. But the 5 minutes telling you, yeah, I want to keep going. I want to keep going. The pattern is telling you I want to keep going. All right, so this is a brand new 4-hour bar now coming up. And where we at? Where we standing? We're still standing strong. 1 hour is still strong, but it could be a possibility of peaking out. The 15 is still strong, could be peaking out. Now, this is a situation where when you have a lot of strength, right? You can only depend on the lower time frame to keep giving you specific trades, trend trade. When that stops giving you trend trades, and that means something's happening, and we may having a pullback on the larger time frame, which would be the 1 hour to 15. But we're a potential peak, and we're going to be monitoring this to see if anything is changing directions. All right, do we have any changes here? Everything is still blue. We're starting to see a cycle down on the 15, and 5 minutes cycling down again. So we'll see if we get another trade on that. No. As you can see, the strength out of the 5 minutes is getting out of the market. It's no longer the 1332 is no longer above the 50 and maintaining a strength. So the move up for right now is when we have to wait for the next setup. to go long. As you can see, the 15 and the 1 hour also cycling down. So now we have to wait for it to set up to go long again. And we're gonna fast forward this some more. All right, we have a potential here. Everything went back into trend. Right. The only problem is the 15 is still cycling down. Okay, so you're saying to yourself right now, okay, well, this is a potential trend trade sitting up on the 15, but my 5 minute is not ready. A 5 minute, I don't have a trend trade on my 5 minute. I don't have a continuation trade or a change in direction. So that's why I would hold back on that, not jump the gun thinking, oh, this thing is going to go up. I need more confirmation. So I have a higher probability trade versus a 50-50 trade. All right, now, well, we skipped it, but let's go down to, okay, now we can go forward, right? All right, now we're back in business, right? Everything is in good strength. 15 minutes is giving you a trend trade. So this is the pullback and this is possible continuation. All right, so this is a possibility. This is strong. 1 hour is plain ball again. 4 hours still strong. And you're out of that. Didn't follow through. So at this point, you had 1, 2, 3 pushes up that didn't go anywhere. Right? You had one more push up that broke and came back, didn't go anywhere, and it's already starting to turn. Why are the session boxes not showing up?
Take a look at your session settings again. Anything looks good?
Yeah, everything looks good. 30-minute.
All right, just say okay. Yeah, maybe the session box is not working with the simulator.
It was working before. Why is it not working right now? What did I do? Anything different?
Just mark at the start of the session with a vertical line.
So this is 6.
Yeah.
So this is
So
going.
that's the start of the Euro session.
So can I interject there just for a second, please? Right.
Right.
So from where the move started on the 15-minute, because everything lined up right there.
All right. So before you go on, John, Santiago, can you back it up to that point? I know you're going to ask why didn't you enter there, John. I just want to show.
No. I know this is gold and I know I can move, right? I understand that. I'm looking at the 1 hour chart.
Yeah.
And I see it going sideways, but there's big moves within that sideways.
Uh-huh.
But then it all comes into sync on the 1 hour and on the 4 hour and on the 15 and on the 5. And that,
Right.
I know obviously that means it's a good move. What I was trying to ascertain was up to the point that where he stopped before was how
One
many
more bar,
pips
Santiago.
how many pips did that yield?
Oh, yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. We're just trying to look at the indicators behavior right now.
No, but yeah, I understand that. I'm just hearing them going, well, this is like mega trading. It's unbelievable, you know. It's just incredible.
Yeah.
All right. This is where it
Starts to turn blue.
15-minute. Everything's in sync on the 15-minute.
So that's the 1 hour, 4 hour candle.
Right. What did you want to see, Reggie?
I just wanted to see how the candle, you know, I didn't realize the candle would turn blue right away, right? I was expecting it to be gray, then blue. But the 1 hour stochastic is already blue, so there was no reason for the gray to happen.
Right.
And now the daily kicks in on this bar.
Right here.
Yeah.
The daily kicked in. Everything is blue. Blue here. And this probably would have been blue too.
I hadn't take the candles off the 5 minute because we're only using that for timing, not for stochastic trading. If that makes sense.
Do you want me to put the candle on there?
It's up to John. I mean, do you want to see the candle, John?
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm absolutely cool with what's going on here. There's no need to go changing anything for me. I'm following along just fine.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thanks.
So the key here is that the daily kicked in on that 15-minute bar, and the 5 minute already had a turning point, right? So you had your entry on the 5 minute, and now the way I would trade it is that you know, I would just follow the 15 minute till it turns colors. One of them, you know, whether it turns gray or it's basically not blue at that point, and that would be my exit.
All right.
Okay.
So let's move it along to see when that happens. So if we're in, let's say we're in on this bar right here.
Yeah, just draw horizontal there.
Actually, let's do better than that.
Just take a trade. Yeah.
That's where we're buying. And let's go.
Can you bring up your terminal to see how many pips we are up and all that for that trade? We can see that, right, in the simulator?
Yes. Where is it? Sessions, trades.
There you go. Okay, so we are already up how many pips?
Yeah, print out in pips.
20.
20. I think that's equivalent to 23 pips, right?
Yeah.
Let's make sure of that. Now it's up 587. So yeah, 200 and something pips.
237 pips.
Yeah.
So there you go, John. 237 pips already, and we don't have an exit yet.
Well, that answers a lot of questions then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because the drawdown was minimal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
This is what I'm on about, you see. That when you do get this setup, this particular setup that you're analyzing here,
yeah,
it's right. when it all lines up. My God.
Yeah, because
you'd have to be thinking to yourself, well, why bother with the other stuff? You know, just wait for this.
If you think about it, right, your first entry on your 5 minute really came on the very first 15-minute candle.
Yeah.
Which was all right there, right?
Yeah.
Where'd it go next? Okay, right there, right?
Yeah.
So this is where your first real entry was in the 5 minute candle.
Okay.
Let's take a trade there. Trade. Buy. After that, and you have a very low, right, stop loss.
Just put a stop loss there, just at the below the 2 ball on the 15-minute chart.
That's your stop loss. That was your first entry if you want to take one entry.
You're already up 80 pips.
And here's your second entry if you want to take a second entry. All right, we're going to buy and then let it go. We're going to let it go to the 15-minute turns a different color.
Yeah.
No, you see, John? You see how the entries right here?
Yeah.
You have a trend trade.
Yeah.
Everything's above, and all you're doing is waiting for a cycle. Same thing here.
Yeah.
On the 15-minute cycle. Here's a small one.
Yeah.
So you use the same
so
concept.
You can enter on that cycle on the 5 minute.
On the 15-minute, yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, if you trade in the 15-minute, you wait for the pullback, and then you start trying to get into your trade somewhere in here. This was
that'd be a third entry. Yeah.
All right. This was a small cycle, right?
Yeah.
So you'll be getting in somewhere here, which we did already on the 5 minute. We fine-tuned it on the 5 minute. So your third entry here, you probably could have gotten somewhere in here, right? To move up. Same cycle. Delete. So we're up. Oh shit.
260 pips.
No, it says 1,024. and 1,062. I don't know the pip count. You have to get rid of a zero, or
It's 1 decimal point. You have to. It's like instead of 1,000, it's like 138 pips.
okay, yeah, that's 100 and. All right, so this is 124 pips, and this is 160, 106, and 124.
Yeah.
So you're up to
230.
230 pips, 230 pips. All right, let's keep going until we get a exit.
There you
Oh,
go.
there we go. We got to exit earlier. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Hey.
It hit the
Okay.
it hit what you would have had as a target on the 4R.
Yeah.
Right.
And so it would have hit your target there, right there, where the yellow ball is. Because on the 4R, that's at the
Right.
That's a pivot.
yeah
So-
weekly resistance. Weekly, it's on the weekly resistance thing on the 4R as well.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's where, you know, if you'd taken that trade, given where the 4R,
So back it up.
the-
Back it up to where it hits that. When it changes to gray, it's the last absolute exit. Then if you ignored everything else. One more bar. There you go. That's the exit. How many pips is that?
that is 131 and 113.
240
So
some pips.
247 pips.
Single lot is 2,400, $2,400 more. 100 times $24,000, right?
that was 24 grand if you were trading the lot sizes.
Yeah.
Wow. And that's on a 200 grand account.
Mm-hmm.
So now we go.
Now you see why I'm looking for the daily and 4-hour to match to maximize my trade.
Okay. Okay, I got it.
There's a re-entry there. And blue past it.
Right. But same concept, right?
Yeah.
You had the pullback. You would have got out here. You wait for another setup, which was right here. And so you'll be getting in somewhere in this area.
Yeah, so
right?
go back and take an entry. Oh, you didn't get out of the previous trades. Okay. And we're simulating anyway, so you can take another entry.
I got it moving too much.
There's the entry. A few more back, and there you go. There's the entry. And move forward.
I'm trying to see where this lands. Okay.
There's the entry, right? So
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
So this will be another entry.
So let's take it. Buy another. Let's keep going. You see, all this time the 1 hour was totally bullish. Stochastic. As hesitating around that pivot, right?
Right. But you're in a brand new 4-hour candle.
Yeah.
Right. Made a new high. Everything is still bullish. Starting to get more rejection now.
Yeah. A lot of profit taking going on. The bulls are trying to drive it up, and the sellers are saying, no, no, no. If it fails to break that high in the next bar, it broke it. I would take my profits and run. Basically, what I was going to say, but it broke the high. So
remember at the beginning we was here and we said, okay, everything is strong, daily and 4-hour strong,
yeah.
and we have a change in direction on the 4-hour.
Trend.
So now, we got a trend trade on the 4-hour. So a trend trade should give us enough momentum to break the previous high.
Yeah.
If it didn't break it, then the market was going to turn around eventually at some point. But you're in a trend trade on the 4-hour. That means it's going to be a nice run, just like this one right here. This was a trend trade on the 4-hour. Look how far it went. So this is the next leg up. We'll see how far it goes, or unless it's going to stall at this point.
Well, it's already near the WR2, so it's going to hit that. Test it anyway.
You got a big 4-hour candle, so I mean
it's going to test it.
Yeah.
There it is. There's the test. And this is the key point here now to see if it'll break through or go sideways from here. The WR2 is pretty strong. The other one was a midpoint, which is the daily. Broke it. There's no stopping this thing. Train is rolling.
I'm curious to see what the weekly. Oh, I can't even see the weekly yet.
Oh, you don't have enough data.
Yeah, template.
Don't have enough data.
Don't have enough. Okay. So
You can see the weekly stochastic on the 4-hour is red.
yeah, but we don't have enough. I don't think we have enough.
Yeah, don't have enough data.
To say what it was. What it
Yeah.
is. So we have 3 trades still running. With a total of 300 pip, 300 at 623, plus another 200.
700,
800 pips.
800 pips. 80,000 bucks. 10 lots.
All right. So at this point, since this is in trend, you could either wait for the 1 hour to change color.
Yeah, essentially, I'm waiting for the 1 hour 532 to come out of the 80, which is what I was saying was 15-minute turn gray. The middle part turns. That would be the exit. But let's see where it goes. It's way too strong right now. That candle is a caution candle, so I would have tightened my stops there. The one in the middle on the 1 hour. Yeah, I've locked in my 600 pips or whatever.
1669. 16.
Should be right below that candle.
Yeah, so right there. All right, we have a brand new 4 hour candle.
Yeah.
And everything still looks strong. Strong. Let's see, we're gonna get continuation.
Keeps on marching. It's going to WMR3.
So
Yeah, no, not yet, not yet, not yet. Snowball. I would say that's definitely an exit there.
well, the 1 hour is trying to set up for a trend trade.
Yeah, but I would have taken my profits and then taken another trade.
Right.
If this thing breaks that 3 ball at the top, then I would move my stop below the 2 ball.
So as you can see, the 1 hour is
Yeah,
giving you a
back in
trend
trend.
trade.
Right.
But now we'll see if this is going to break or not. If it don't break, then we may be at the end of the road. Yeah, this thing.
Yeah,
Whoa,
we're at the end of the road. That's it. That's the exit.
Oh,
You got a 1, 2, 3 on the other side now.
yeah, the spreads went crazy. So this is the beginning of the day.
Yeah.
So you'll be out of the market anyway before the day ends.
Right. Let's close your trades out.
Close all trades.
Now you have a possible turning point on the 4 below the 3 ball.
Right.
And you have possible turning point on the 1 hour. And you have a change in direction on the 15-minute. But your daily and H4 are not in sync, so you got to wait it out.
Spreads are still high, so you want to be trading in over here anyway.
Just advance it by an hour. Spreads come down. Yeah.
Yeah, it's starting to come down. Okay. So what do we have? We still have strength, strength, and a potential trade to go long. All right, so now we are looking to see if we're going to get a turnaround or are we going to get a continuation. All right,
H4 is out of sync. Gotta wait for the H4 to either get back in sync or the 13.3 to come out.
the good thing about this, if this stays up here, then now we have a trend trade on another trend trade on the 4 hour,
Correct.
which will give us a next leg up.
Right. So right now we are only looking at the 4 hour to see what it's going to do.
All right.
It's trying to set up for a trend trade again.
Actually, we got a trend trade on the 1 hour.
Yeah. Well, we're trading the 4 hour, right? The 4 hour is out of sync right now. There you go. There's a peak on the 4 hour. And you got a trade set up on the 15-minute. Well, not yet. Okay. There you go. 15-minute gave you an entry, right?
Let's see.
One more bar to the left. Right there. So 5 minute is in trend, 15 minute is in trend, 1 hour is a peak, small peak. So that should be an entry.
If you're on the 15, yes. On the 5,
Gotta wait for a cycle back.
you have to wait for a cycle. Or if you enter there, you have to be quick to get out if it starts to cycle back down.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. Keep going then. Wait for the 5 minute to cycle, I guess.
All right, that's the 5 minute cycling. Look at deeper cycle. Now the 15 is out of sync.
So is the 1 hour.
All right. So what you have here is just typical sideways movement after a big move.
Okay, 5 minute is going south now because the 60 has crossed the 50.
All right.
So it's bearish. And the 1 hour has come out of the 80 on the 13, so everything's looking to go south now. It's turning around.
Yeah, but you're not trading. You're not trading it south down, are you?
No.
No, not yet.
Daily and H4 haven't turned to the south side. So this is going to be a typical whipsaw, up and down, up and down.
All right. So this is.
But the point is that it's what H1 down is giving you a heads up that there might be a turning point here.
Okay. But it won't really bother you because you're in the Caribbean now, yeah? With your 80 grand.
I've done my annual income already.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, at this point, either I trade this range or I go find another pair that's in sync.
Yeah, with 80 grand in the bank, I'd say you'd be taking the rest of the day off.
Still have bills to pay. So
that is incredible. That is absolutely incredible.
So you figure 1 or 2 trades of these a week. If you wait for the proper setup,
yeah.
you should be all right.
I mean, I remember in my video, the first video I did for the weekly trades,
Yeah.
the 4 hour, this was the setup I was trading.
Okay.
And I was getting like 400 to 700 pips every week. Just taking one trade on the currencies that were set up. And that, you know, let's say I did 4 trades, right? 4 trades would allow me to do 10 lots each with a 50 pip stop loss. Assuming that not everybody would go, everything would go against me, right? So
yeah,
that means 10 lots, let's say 400 pips. That's 4,000 times 40,000 for that week. I'm only going for 20,000. That's 4 trades the entire week.
That's on a 200 grand prop account.
Correct. And I don't know
10.
If
you're looking for 10% a week.
Yeah, I don't know if Fitmo is going to let me do that.
Do what?
Oh yeah.
The swing trading.
Yeah, you could do swing trading. Oh, I don't know FTMO. I don't know if FTMO is.
Yeah. So that's the only drawback with that. So then when I went down to the 1 hour, then I can do on a daily basis. I can still make my pips on those four repairs that I'm making trading, and that's in and out every day.
Okay.
I still have to have the H4 and daily lined up. That's the key.
On the 4 hour time frame.
H4 and daily. I mean, the H4 and daily stocks are all the way from H1 down
to the 5 minute.
Yeah, down to the 1 minute. I have it on the 1 minute also.
Right, but with this, you don't need the 1 minute. You definitely don't need the 1 minute.
No, you don't need it. I'm just saying I just put it on all the way down.
I understand. I am a convert.
You weren't before?
I am. I'm converted from the 15 and the 5 and the 1 to the 4 hour, 1 hour and the 15 and the 5.
Yeah. I mean, that's proper swing trading, really.
All right. You see, John?
Any of you guys, speaking of converts, did any of you guys hear about the shooting in Germany?
No.
I've heard something come across on about Germany. Some people getting shot in Germany. Is any?
Yeah. It looks like some guys after walking in on the Jehovah's Witness meeting, and he shot several people. One of the killed is an unborn child, and then it looks like he turned the gun on himself. Then
why did it do that?
I have no idea.
Just take yourself and leave everybody else the hell out of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't want to live, go kill yourself.
Yeah. We're very weird stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Very weird, very crazy, mixed up world we're in now.
It's the me world, right?
Yeah.
All I care about is me. I don't care about anybody else. And if I'm not doing well, nobody else should.
It's very frightening when you hear stuff like that. It could go on anywhere. I know some people here near where I live, and they're Jehovah's Witnesses, and they're absolutely fantastic people.
Yeah.
They're just fantastic people. Always happy, they're always smiling, they're always relaxed. It's just incredible. It's not for me, don't get me wrong, but why would you walk in on a group of people like that and just start an open fire? It's mind blowing. Anyway, look, sorry, I digress, and I divert attention away from what we're doing. I beg your pardon, sorry.
You got a peak on the 4 hour, peak on the 1 hour, 15 minute. Got another entry long, made another 40, 50 pips out of it, broke out of a range. So it's a continuation of the previous trend.
See, this is after a big move, you're always gonna have some kind of hesitation, right? So once you draw your box, as long as you keep getting patterns, there's a potential of a breakout in that direction.
Right.
As you can see, all the patterns were towards the top. So eventually one of the patterns broke out of that range. If this wasn't going to break out of this, then this white line will start dropping, which is an indication of changing direction from up to the downside. So as long as this white line stayed above the 50, there's always that potential for the breakout to the top. If this shifts, then the potential, you shift your potential for the breakout to the bottom.
So earlier, all the lower time frames were saying that we are turning around, but when the 1 hour finished, it had gone back up.
That come back up, yes.
What else do we want to see on this? Do you want to see something on the reverse side when the daily and H4 are short? See how that setup works? Look at this.
It just broke out again.
Yeah.
See, that's the power of. Yeah, that's I was I've been talking to Rajiv how the patterns kind of indicate where the strength of the market is. So when you have trend patterns, there's good indication that the market is going to keep pushing in that direction or try to keep pushing in that direction. So in essence, the only patterns I really love to trade is when I see trend patterns, because I know there's a high probability chance that the market is going to move in a specific direction. And the higher time frame you see, the more potential it is for it to continue to move. This thing is this ever going to turn around?
I mean, I can bet you if you had enough data that the weekly was blue also at this point.
Yeah.
When you have the weekly, daily, and H4 blue, God, you got a big trade.
Yeah, if the daily is in if the daily is in a trend pattern, most likely the 4 hour is cycling in that direction.
I'm talking about if the weekly and daily are in sync.
Oh, weekly and daily, yeah.
You can stay in that trade forever. Every cycle on the 4 hour, you can take an entry and just stay in it. But I don't want to blow people's minds, so I don't go there.
It's still going.
Yeah.
We would have been done for 2 years already. Let's go home.
Yeah.
Well, it's just absolutely incredible what this is. It's just
still going.
Astonishing.
All right, you see the 1 hour getting out of sync. So it tried to get out of sync here and got right back in sync. Kept going. Now it's getting out of sync again.
The weekly, I mean, the H4 is also out of sync now.
Yeah, the H4 is out of sync. So
you gotta wait to see if it's come back into trend or not. If the 1332, the white line breaks out of the 80, then we know there's a reversal happening on the 4 hour.
So now we're starting to get a change in direction on the 1 hour. So if we get a continuation trade, then we know that this is probably going to start shifting to the downside, or let's start setting up to go short, because we do have a peak. We're just waiting for the daily and the 4 hour to get in sync. But this is a sign that it might happen, because the 1 hour, the next time frame down, it's giving you a change in direction pattern. And if it stays, then you can start waiting on the sync to start happening. All right, so it stayed. Now we get a continuation trade on the 1 hour, but we're still waiting for the synchronization of the daily info. All right, the 4 hours in sync and got out of sync. So let's go to the 15 and go forward. Okay, the 1 hour. Let's see what the 1 hour is gonna do. 1 hour is attempting to give you another continuation trade. I'm surprised the daily hasn't at least turned color.
Once it does a change of direction on the 4, it'll start to turn. I'll go black.
Yeah. Okay, so
It's going to finish that 1 ball retrace on the 4 hour, and then the daily's going to start turning. Right now, there's too much momentum on the daily to the upside.
all right. So we have a peak and a potential setup to go long again. The 1 hour is already giving us a change in direction, so see what happens.
There you go.
All right, so now we're just waiting for the 1 hour to get back in sync. Everything's out of sync again. Okay. Now the 1 hour is giving us a trend trade. Everything's in sync.
I'll wait for the 5-minute to cycle.
Oh, 5 minute. 15 minutes out of sync. So let's see what happens.
This could just be setting up for the daily turnaround. So it'll go sideways.
Let's look at the daily real quick. See, the daily is also peaking.
Yeah.
But it hasn't turned around yet. That's why you're getting all this sideways movement.
That's what I'm saying. It's probably setting up for the daily to turn.
So let's go forward. All All right, 4 hours short again. Waiting for the daily. And we have a change in direction pattern on the 4 hour.
Mhm. You don't trade the first change in direction because setting up the higher time frame.
Right.
There you go.
All
The
right,
daily's turned black. So,
now we have a continuation trade
yeah,
on the 4 hour.
and the daily has turned black. So the 5 has come out of the 80. Look at the daily. Five is poking its head out of the 80. Yeah. So it's a heads up that we're going south.
Right. So now you know the potential breakout of this consolidation
Yeah.
is possibly to the downside, unless things change. Uh, 1 hour and 15 are giving you and sync. It's 5 minutes. It's not. All right, we have a new 4 hour bar. Daily still not kicked in yet. So come on, daily. When are you gonna kick in? All right, so now we're getting everything's in sync to the upside again. At least the H4 and the in sync. We have a change in direction. So this was actually a trade to the upside.
Mm-hmm.
Went too far, too fast. Or is it? When did it change? Right there. Okay, this is where everything changed. And everything is starting to cycle up on the 4 hour. 1 hour cycling up. And 15-minute already gave you a change in direction right here.
Yeah.
So
Or is a 5 minute trade? 5
5
minute trend
minute
trade.
also a trend trade on the 5 minute. And it's a lot of strength on the 5 still. All right, new 1 hour bar, still strong. 15 minutes trying to cycle.
1 minute, I mean, the 5 minute give you a small cycle.
Right.
This is where patience is required.
All right, you have a new 4-hour bar, and everything is still trying to cycle up. So we may just get a ball and then turn around. It's possible.
It's going to complete the one ball retracement.
There we go. Everything is set up to go 15 minute. Oh, 15 minute turnaround. In the range. And break
There's
out
the
of
ball.
range. And 4 hours back into a trend trade. So that's why there's a strong push in that direction.
But you got the one ball now, so if that fails to break the 3 ball, you have your 1, 2, 3 pattern to go south.
Yeah. Looks like we're just gonna have another. There we go. Now we're starting to see a reversal. I want to see the daily kick in. Come on. All right. Yeah, continuation
There
trade.
you go, daily out of sync. Get the daily stochastic, please. Okay, still dawdling, but you got a 2 ball now in the 4 hours. So this is still going to go sideways till the daily actually decides to fall. Because the 60 on the 4 hours still hasn't come out of the 80. And when that happens, the daily is going to start to fall. Till then, we have unfortunately a sideways market.
Let's go a little faster.
To 4 hour time.
All right. There you go. Starting to break out. Came right back into the range.
60 still hasn't broken, the magenta line still hasn't broken the 80. It's almost there. Come on. There you go. Now the daily should turn. Daily EMA is crossing over. Stochastic should follow.
Yeah, good move. As you can see that you have a trend trade here on the 1 hour.
Mm-hmm. Your best trade is going to come when the daily turns. There it is. There it is. So the daily is trying to come out. The bar is, we're not ready yet. Not ready to give up. But your daily turn, you're not looking for short trades?
Oh, I didn't realize that they had turned.
Turned a couple of bars ago.
All right, so let's go this 5 minute. All right, there's a turn.
$15 needs to recycle. There it is. Got an entry.
All right, this thing is getting out of sync.
4 hours still strong though. So it's going to give you another entry on the 15. There it is. Second entry. You're already up 120 pips.
800. Yeah, 80 and
50, 130. Here is the previous week low. So there should be a little bit of a bounce here. If not, it's going to go all the way to the support. right through.
Alright,
Yeah,
we have
160 pips already.
the previous day low. It should be out of that.
At the previous week low. So it's going to dawdle here a little bit.
The thing is, you have the change in direction again.
Mhm.
So you're waiting for either for a trend trade or continuation trade for the next move down.
Yeah.
So
So
it's
you can
probably
get out with 180 pips and wait for the next
Right.
setup. I mean, 180 pips is $18,000. Nothing to sneeze at, right? In a
Right.
day. So
Can you remember how much does it cost to set up the 200 grand account? About $1,500, is it?
1150.
1,150.
Don't get greedy, John.
That is,
You got to get used to the lot sizes. That's why I've been trading the 200 just to get to the used to the lot sizes.
yeah. I was thinking half of that, like, you know.
100,000. Yeah. Still got to get used to the lot sizes. And it's a mental change, you know. Because I was over trading, and that's why I was blowing my accounts. Once I decided not to over trade, I'm getting a little bit more steady.
Yeah, but you're also using this system now, not the previous systems. This one.
True. But I was trading my old mental self and blowing out my accounts. Now I understand why. My risk management was off.
Welcome to my world.
There you go.
Come on, break that 3 ball. Uh-oh. Come on, get back in sync 4 hour. Break the 3 ball and give you an entry.
All right, so now we're back into a
Trend trade.
trend trade. We'll call it a continuation. This
Yeah.
is still not.
at around the
It's
50.
just getting across. So
Yeah.
but that means if this makes it all the way down here, that means it's going to be a big move.
Mm-hmm.
But that may not happen right away. Let's see.
It needs to break that 3 ball for it to really come down.
Right. So key thing is we just had a big move. And it's doing the same thing, consolidate. Let's move a little faster.
I mean, definitely be out on my trades.
Right.
I would have been out at 180 pips because, like I say, it needs to recycle. Now it's setting up a long trade.
Actually, this should have been over here. I didn't
Yeah.
realize this was a pullback.
Correct.
So after a big move, you peaked. And the last pullback to where it peaked, you draw your box. And that's a potential area where the market is going to go and come back also, or range in.
until it decides to break down or reverse.
Right.
Oh, let's see what we got.
I think I got to step out for 2 minutes. Excuse me.
Okay.
This thing is giving me a change in direction.
There it comes. Back in trend. So it poked its head out, took the stops out for anybody who went long. And now it will either continue or toddle in that box. Daily is joining in. Daily's gotten below the 50. And it's ready to go. I thought it was ready.
Let's see what the daily look like. Maybe get a better perspective. Okay, so that's why it's hesitating, because the daily has peaked. It's trying to figure out if you're going to get a change in direction or get back into a trend or continuation trade.
Well, it had gone into trend, a continuation trade basically, and then it did that spike up and took the 13 back above the 50. That's why you have a blank.
Yeah. But we do have divergence.
Lower low and higher stochastic, yeah.
And if we look at the daily, it's trying to cycle up. So that's why it's having a hard time breaking through.
Correct.
Because the daily is trying to get back into a pattern. So now this starts to make sense why it's not following through.
Yeah.
There you go. It's starting to sync up to the upside. There you go. Now everything is sunk. Well, not quite. All right, the 1 hour is tempting to give a trend trade. And trying to get back into to the downside. Let's look at the daily. Actually, let's just keep the daily up here. So we're waiting for it to sync up anyway.
Just waiting for the 5 to turn down.
Yeah, turn down. You see, this is steady, strong going down, but this is coming up. And look what we have.
That's why we have sideways market.
Right. It's gonna have to make up its mind. Are we gonna go up or we're gonna go down? All right, we're in a trend trade on the 4-hour. And daily is trying to maybe pull back to create that one ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with that one ball on the daily trade direction is to the buy side with the peak on the 5.
Right.
It's another way to look at it. You went from magenta to cyan, which means the 5 basically formed a peak somewhere on the daily. There you go. There's your buy trade. And it'll be a buy trade till you get a one ball on the daily.
All right, we need to get the 1 hour to play ball. There you go. We should have some move to the upside. I'm not too concerned about the 5-minute entry, so let's do this. And now we got the daily here.
That's the 1 minute. Isn't that the 1 minute? M1?
15, 1 hour. Well, oh yeah, we said we didn't want that one. All right. Now it starts to make a little bit more sense. So we got a better picture where the stochastic is,
Right.
what it's actually doing. So 15 gave another entry,
Mm-hmm.
but got out of sync real quick. So I have to wait for the 1 hour.
There you go. You got the one ball on the daily. So.
All right. So we're waiting just for everything to peak out.
Yeah.
4 hours trying to peak. Daily still got some strength behind it.
Yeah, it's going to take all day to peak.
All right, 1 hour is getting into not quite.
And gold really took off, didn't it, after the news?
Where they took up south or
North.
oh, they both whipsaw.
Yeah, the dollar got weak, so everything against the dollar went long. I don't know why. I mean, they added more jobs.
That's it. That's notwithstanding the fact that the employment was way better than forecast.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So
they're
so
going
this-
against the fundamentals.
So go figure, right?
Yeah.
Because ultimately the news has got nothing to do with what the market's really doing, right?
Correct.
Well, that just means that just means they're gonna increase the interest rate even more fast,
Which should make the dollar stronger.
right?
watch him drop. The dollar has tanked. I mean, tanked this afternoon, right? I was watching it a little bit while you guys were doing that, and I was watching you, right?
Yeah, I've been watching gold.
And I looked at the gold trade today based on what we're talking about, and I went, Jesus Christ, this thing is flying.
Yeah.
But if you look at it, it's live on the 4 hour, and I'm going, this is playing out in real time in front of my eyes, and I didn't take a trade. But it's phenomenal. It's absolutely, this is phenomenal. This is why I'm getting so excited. Like it's gone up like 300 pips.
I know. And one bar on the 4 hour is like 200 pips.
Oh, yeah, I'm going, what is happening here?
And the entry happened on way before that.
Yes. So who knows? Sorry.
I did something wrong here.
Don't be getting, I just get all wound up with stuff.
Take it easy, John. No point getting out of sync.
That's what Breda says to me. My partner says that to me all the time. You got to stop winding yourself up with all the shit that's happening. And it's just, if I didn't give a shit, I wouldn't get wound up, But
yeah.
Anyway, it is what it is, and we can't change that. Well, I can't anyway.
What are you trying to do, Santiago?
I was trying to pull up the gold chart, but the thing is starting to, everything is frozen right now.
Yeah, your simulator is taking up too much memory.
Yeah. That's a shame. Just one more chart, and it's like, I've had it.
Too much data.
Oh man, that is not good.
So your platform's frozen? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's frozen right now. Jeez.
Hey, so that I know your platform's frozen, but let's just talk this through. Your daily is forming a one ball retracement completion kind of thing. So if the 4 hour forms a peak, it's going to have a good run to the downside. That's really what we are anticipating here. Even though we take a long trade at the first one ball,
Right.
which changed the direction. It peaked over there and it told us we're going to go long. Now, what happened was the stochastic didn't turn till the second bar, the first bar after that one ball. So you didn't max out the trade, but you got enough in the retracement.
Right. Shit. This thing is like completely just said, we ain't doing this today.
I think we've seen enough anyway. What do you think, John? You need to see anything else?
I'm with you all the way here, and believe me, I wasn't joking when I said I'm a convert.
Okay.
I wasn't. For me, definitely, I won't even look at anything other than this setup here now.
Yeah. So Santiago, I'm going to stop the recording.
All right.
Thank you for putting up the simulation. Okay.
Absolutely, yeah. Thanks, Reggie. Thanks, Santiago.
Oh, no
right.
problem. I think next time we'll incorporate the daily more side by side with the 4, because it paints the bigger picture of what the 4 is actually doing.
All right.
Or trying to do.
All right. I'm going to start the recording.